Hello everyone, this is coadb.com, or the Coat of Arms database, and today we're going to discuss 10 different coats of arms in the Scot family. The first is Blazoned Argent III catharine wheel sable, a border engrailed gules. Crest, a demi griffin segreant, beaked sable, legged or. Unfortunately, here we show the incorrect tinctures or colors for the crest, but close enough. This was the coat of arms of the Scot family of Scots Hall, County Kent, who claimed descent from William Baliol, Scot of Chilham Castle. His descendants settled at Bradbourne, County Kent, during the latter part of the 13th century. Some members of this family included William Scot, Chief Justice of England, Sir William Scot, sword bearer to King Henry V and a member of Parliament, Sir Robert Scot, Lieutenant of the Tower of London in the year 1424 AD, and Sir John Scot, Governor of Dover Castle and Comptroller of Calais, and Sir John Scot, born around the year 1564, of Scots Hall and of Nettlestead Place in Kent, an English soldier and member of Parliament, and an early investor in the colony of Virginia, who served as captain of a band of lancers in the English army in the Netherlands and was knighted in 1588 for his services. Next we have a stag couchant proper gorged with a collar azure, thereon a mullet argent between two crescents of the first, and the dexter chief point a rose gules for difference. Crest, a stag's head couped proper gorged with a collar azure, thereon a mullet argent between two crescents or. This was the coat of arms of the Scott Baronets of Kew Green. The Scott Baronetcy of Kew Green in the county of Middlesex was created in the Baronetage of England on October 9th, 1653 for William Scot. He was the son of James Scot the Younger, who lived in Middelburg, Zetland. The family had settled in Flanders in 1519. William was a merchant living in Rouen, France. He held the title of Marquis de la Mezenze or Mezengere, although I can find no such evidence of a title existing. Thirdly, we have on a bend azure, a mullet pierced between two crescents of the first, a double tressure flory, counterflory of the second, crest, issuing out of a mural crown, 6 lances with pennons 3 and 3 disposed in satire azure, supporters 2 men in coats of mail, each with steel caps, each holding in his hand a spear with pennons all proper. This was the coat of arms of the Scott Baronets of Thirlestane. The Scott Baronetcy of Thirlestane in the county of Selkirk was created in the Baronetage of Nova Scotia on August 22nd, 1666 for Francis Scott. The third baronet had already succeeded his grandmother as Lord Napier when he inherited the baronetcy in 1625. Here we see the austere vaults of the Scotts of Thirlestane in Greyfriars Kirkyard, built to defend against grave robbing. The fourth coat of arms to discuss is Blazoned Argent, 3 lions gules, a mullet azure for difference. Crest, a lion's head erased gules. This was the coat of arms of the Scott Baronets of Ancrum. The Scott Baronetcy of Ancrum in the County of Roxburgh was created in the Baronetage of Nova Scotia on October 27, 1671, for John Scott. He was born sometime in the 17th century, the son of Patrick Scott. John married 3 times and had 8 children. The title became extinct on the death of the 7th Baronet in 1902. The 5th coat of arms is Blazoned Argent on a fess gules with 2 bariolets azure between 3 catharine wheels sable as many lambs pass in ore. Crest on a mount vert beacon fired proper ladder ore. This was the coat of arms of the Scott Baronets of Great Bar. The Scott Baronetcy of Great Bar in the County of Stafford was created in the Baronetage of the United Kingdom on April 30th, 1806, for Joseph Scott of Great Bar Hall, a Member of Parliament for Worcester and High Sheriff of Staffordshire. Here we see a picture of Great Bar Hall in the year 1898. 6, we have quarterly, 1st and 4th, Argent a fess counter embattled between 3 lions' heads erased gules. Crests, a lion's head erased gules, legued azure. Supporters, dexter, a heraldic tiger gorged with an antique crown, sinister, a stag proper horned ore, collar gules, and holding in his mouth a thistle proper. This was the coat of arms of the Scott Baronets of Dunenald. The Sibbald, later Scott Baronetcy of Dunenald in the County of Forfar, was created in the Baronetage of the United Kingdom on December 13th, 1806, for James Sibbald. David Scott, born in 1782, the son of David Scott, a director of the East India Company, inherited the title. And here we see a picture of Dunenald Castle. 7th, we have quarterly, 1st and 4th, or 2 mullets in chief, and a crescent in base azure within an orally of the last, for Scott. 2nd and 3rd, or on a bend azure, 3 massels of the field, in the sinister chief, an oval buckle erect of the 2nd, for Halliburton. Crest, the same as Scott of Sinton. Supporters, dexter, a mermaid holding in the exterior hand proper a mirror. Sinister, a savage wreathed round the head and middle, holding in the exterior hand a club. This was the coat of arms of the Scott Baronets of Abbotsford. The Scott Baronetcy of Abbotsford in the County of Roxburgh was created in the Baronetage of the United Kingdom on April 22nd, 1810, for the novelist and poet Walter Scott. 8th, per pale and dented argent and peen, a satire counterchanged. Crest, out of a park pale's ermine and arm erect vested, per pale and dented argent and gules, cuffed azure, holding in the hand a scroll proper. This was the coat of arms of the Scott Baronets of Lightchet Minster. The Scott Baronetcy of Lightchet Minster in the County of Dorset was created in the Baronetage of the United Kingdom on September 18th, 1821, for Claude Scott. He was born in 1742 and was a self-made entrepreneur in the corn trade. Next we have Argent III Catharine wheel sable, a border engrailed gules, a crescent on a crescent for difference. This was the coat of arms of William Scott, the searcher of the port of Dublin, as recorded in the year 1635 in the funeral entry of his wife, Elizabeth, daughter of Robert Harris, Esquire, High Sheriff of County Donegal. And lastly, we have Argent 3 lions' heads, erased gules, in chief and anchor erect on a chief wavy, azure, a portcullis with chains or. Crest, a lion's head, erased gules, gorged with a chain, and therefrom a portcullis pendant or, a mullet argent for difference. Supporters, on either side, a lion guardant proper, gorged with a double chain, a portcullis thereto, attached thereto, from which suspended a shield argent charged with a civic wreath vert. The Earl of Eldon in the County of Palatine of Durham is a title in the peerage of the United Kingdom. It was created in 1821 for the lawyer and politician John Scott, 1st Baron Eldon, Lord Chancellor from 1801 to 1806, and again from 1807 till 1827. He had already been created Baron Eldon of Eldon in the peerage of Great Britain in 1799 and was made Viscount Encombe. His wife was Bessie, the eldest daughter of Aubone Surtees, a Newcastle banker. The Surtees family objected to the match and attempted to prevent it, but a strong attachment had sprung up between them. On November 18, 1772, Scott, with the aid of a ladder and an old friend, carried off the lady from her father's house in Sandhill across the border to Blackshields in Scotland, where they were married. They had 2 sons and 2 daughters that lived to adulthood and carried on the lineage. If you enjoyed this video, please visit coadb.com and click on the link up top that says Genealogy Research. As you learned in this video, one surname can have tons of different coats of arms associated with it. So don't just pick any old coats of arms that has your surname on it. We piece together your family tree to determine which, if any, coat of arms belonged to your ancestors. Thank you.